So in this class, I'm going to play a video for us that I made. It's a really short video, and it'll highlight a belief and the importance of these beliefs, even if they seem contrary. So we have to see the value in even beliefs we're trying to outgrow, even beliefs that are limitations. We have to begin to even see the value in them, otherwise we just get stuck at them. So I've got this video that I'm going to share my screen with you guys. So as you can see in this video, this is a park bench. And you could consider the park bench a belief. And we go through different experiences, and there's another experience. And each one of these experiences gives us a different perspective. So you could say that there's another experience, like there we was driving a car and someone about hit us, and there's our belief. And there we go a little bit further in life, and here's someone walks away from us, and then whatever that belief comes up again. And so that's another perspective on that belief. We need to keep hitting them. We need to keep having experiences with these beliefs. But sometimes these beliefs go behind the tree, and we experience clarity. We experience life without these beliefs. We experience life without lack. We know what that's like. And then that passes, and the belief is in eye shot again. So now we're viewing life through that belief again. And we're having other experiences. And this may go on in this way for months, years, decades. We're looking at this belief from many different perspectives. We're having many different experiences with this belief. And it's necessary. It's necessary to keep viewing the world through the eyes of this belief, whether the belief is lack, or whether the belief is that people aren't nice, or whether the belief is that I'm not smart, or people don't love me, or I'm unlovable. We need to have experiences with that belief. It's absolutely necessary. And say, now we've made a full circle. Boom. At this point, something interesting can happen. When you've had the experience from many, many different places, many different experiences with this belief, it builds a whole perspective. And so whenever we're holding in mind and using the belief in the world that I need to look for what's wrong to make it better, it's part of what we're here to do, to build that perspective, to know that belief. This belief that I'm unlovable, or looking for what's wrong to make it better, or I'm not smart, is our assignment in this lifetime. We have many of these different beliefs, and we have to have experiences with it in order to know it. And now whenever we make this full circle, like we did with this bench here, the bench being the belief, when we get the full circle, then one or two things can happen. One is we can say, hey, I'm done with this belief. I've been feeling unloved for too long. That's it. I'm not going to take it anymore. Or I'm done with this belief. I've been looking for what's wrong to make it better. I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired of this experience of lack consciousness. I'm tired of this feeling in my body. Or I'm tired of feeling unlovable or unliked or unseen. At that point, when we finally get full circle, and finally come all the way around and have many different experiences and gain a whole-minded perspective of this, what seems like a negative belief, then at that point, we can either choose to push it away, and if we push it away, though, we never quite transcend it. When we push it away, we actually get stuck there. So what we do instead is we love it. And we love that belief by seeing the value in it, by seeing where it has gotten us so far, why it was adopted originally as even a way to help you when at a younger age this was the best coping mechanism you had, or at a younger age this was the best tool that you had. And so therefore it was a valuable perspective. What seems like what is a limiting belief now, then was very much a part of what was needed. And there was value in it, and so there is value in it. And when we can do this for ourselves and love this belief in ourselves, love every belief, every limitation, even the lack, seeing the value in the lack, then when other people are pointing their finger at you, are being mean towards you, or is having challenging words with you, you can see that they too are in the middle of a belief that is their assignment in this lifetime. It's important for them to experience as much with that belief as possible, to create a whole-minded perspective of that belief. It's protecting them in some way. It's helpful for them in some way. This is just part of their journey right now. And so when we can see the value in what seems like bad initially in our own system, then we can also see what seems like bad in someone else's system. The way that they're acting, the way that they're behaving. This is necessary. This is what they signed up for. This is part of the perspective. And when they get to a certain point where they've had enough experience with that perspective, once again, one of two things can happen. They can say, I'm done with this, and push it away, and we'll end up getting stuck there. And then maybe years will pass again and again. They'll keep going in a circle around the bench. And because they haven't seen the value in where they had come from yet, they are ate up completely with that perspective. We get stuck there if we don't see the value in what has happened. We get stuck there if we don't love what has happened. So the next step in making a change, in becoming a heart-centered being, in choosing love over lack, is seeing the value in the lack. We actually have to take a moment to see that value, to love the lack. And this is true for no matter what is happening in our life. We have to see the value in it. We have to be able to step out of our individual perspective for a moment, out of our human's individual perspective, step out and see what the value could be. Because there's value in everything. There's value in everything. But it just doesn't seem like that from our perspective, from our point of viewing something. But from another's point of viewing something, then that is extremely valuable. But from your point of viewing something, that might be the devil. And so everything has value. And so when we can see what the value could possibly be, then we get unstuck in the places that we're stuck. or to word this differently, when we love everything that arises, which the action for that is seeing the value in it, then we get unstuck from the places that we're stuck. So you can even look in your own thinking of places you get stuck in your thinking. Maybe it has to do with a relationship, or maybe it has to do with money, or maybe it has to do with any topic where there's difficulty in your thinking. We need to see the value in the other side of it. And when we see that value, then we get unstuck. And this is the experience of love. This is stepping out of what's wrong to make it better by seeing the value in what's wrong to make it better. It doesn't mean we continue to look for what's wrong to make it better, but we're actually holding two things in mind at once. We're holding the recognition that that was a limitation. We see how that is so. And then we also are seeing the value in it. And in the seeing both of those is the completion of the whole perspective, is the completion of going all the way around the bench and thus not getting stuck there anymore. And no matter what belief, no matter what experience, or no matter who is in our life, if we're getting stuck somewhere, our very next step may just be seeing the value in where we're stuck in order to unstick ourselves.